this analysis of India's World T20 squad in our special show, India's Australian Adventure, with my friend and fellow expert of Rev Sports, Joydeep Mukherjee. You saw us analysing the team, but now I want to quiz Joydeep down his final 11 and why that final 11 based on what he thinks. So first, why don't you tell my viewers what your final 11 is, and then I'll quiz you on that.
Yeah, so my final 11 is Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. My number 3 is KL Rahul, then Surya Kumar Yadav, then Hardik Pandya at 5, Dinesh Karthik at 6, Akshar Patel at 7, Harshal at 8, Bhuvi at 9, Chahal at 10, Bumrah at 11.
But the first question people will ask is, you're saying Rohit, Virat, are you going to open with Virat, you want to open with KL?
No, see, that's a call, again, as I said in the previous show, earlier in the shows, that is up to the management to see what role they're given. So if Rohit and Virat both want to play for a while, then KL's got to open. And you've got to say, go hammer and tongs. Even if you get out, it doesn't matter. Because the best T20 teams in the world, the number 8 and 9, batted once every 15 games. That's a stat that's in place. So number 8 and 9, you will have one day when you're 70 for 7. You cannot play every game thinking that you can be 70 for 5. Because you cannot play this game on the back foot. This is a front foot game, this version is. And going in thinking we're going to be 6 overs, 40 no loss, 35 no loss is not the way to play this game. Because unless you try, you will never be 6 over 60. So be 6 overs 80. If you're 6 overs 40 for 2, then you can take a call. Maybe the wicket's doing a bit, maybe the bowling is up front, then you can talk. The two guys who are batting will say, dude, we need to be at 150. We were thinking of 190, now it's 160, 150.
So Pakistan, I mean, the first match in Melbourne, post Diwali, the whole country is celebrating. They've got Shaheen, they've got Naseem, they've got Haris Rauf. All 350 Ks, right? What will be your approach and who do you open with? Do you go with Virat and Rohit? Do you go with KL and Rohit? With Virat at 3 against Pakistan? It's a huge game, right? Yeah. I mean, it will set the tone. How do you go with that?
No, you hit the nail on the head. For me, it's Rohit and KL and Virat at 3. The reason is that if the going is good, Virat can just pick it up from where the other guys have left off. Whoever gets out first. If one of them get out early and the ball is jagging around doing things, Virat has the game to sort of play that out also. So Virat is one guy who can do both. And from the last innings, so sometimes, inconsequential game, whatever, sometimes it's one inning, it's one hit, it's happened to me, where it's 2 shots that bring you back to form. Everything starts falling in place. And at the end, it seems that he was surprised the way he was hitting those shots. He needed a very good pitch, everything agreed. But even then, this time, this was the only time he looked at Virat of old. So I would want Virat at 3 and KL and Rohit to go hammer and tongs, both of them, not just one. Both of them. Because you never know it might be you give KL the responsibility, but maybe Rohit is screaming it that day. Because I've called him to bat.
In the Asia Cup, both of them actually did so.
Yeah.
Rohit went after Naseem Shah, got us to a fantastic start. We were 50 on 5 overs.
So that's what I say. If you give one person the responsibility, then the other guy, you're sort of restricting him. You're telling him, no, you play within yourself. Maybe it's his day today. You never know. Because every day is a different day. When you go out to bat, nothing is guaranteed. Whether your flow will come, it will only happen when the game starts.
Now let's go to the bowlers. You've actually got Chahal and you have got Akshar Patel.
Yeah.
You've not got Ravi Ashwin.
Yeah.
Particular reason why?
No, because I feel Akshar is, for T20, his batting is more suited because he's batting at 7. If this was at 8, 9, then Ashwin could have come in. I need Akshar's batting. So for me, okay, with KL gone, Surya is the number 4. Let's not talk about it. Number 5 for me is Pandya because he's done it in the IPL. He can bat at 30 for 2, at 70 for 2, at 3. And he can also come at 150 for 3 and tonk it. So he also, no argument on him. DK for me ahead of Pant because at 6, nobody better than DK at this point in time. He's played 20 years of first class cricket, been there, done it. He's at the fag end of his career. It's probably his last World Cup that he's playing. When in form, play the guy. And he's been in form. He knows the formula.
So that's another big call. Joydeep Das saying DK for Pant at least for the start of the World Cup.
Yeah, at number 6. If Pant has to play, you can play him as Surya. Or KL is one of the top 3 are injured, not well, he can get in there. But at 6, it's a tricky place. As I said, 19 ball, 32 to get, 4 wickets in hand, with the main bowlers coming back. You just can't hit every ball over long off. You need a wider range. Rishabh Pant, legend, he will end up probably being better than any of these guys. But he's still not ready for that number 6. The skill set you need at number 6, the range you hit at number 6, I haven't seen it.
Okay.
So for me, Aksar at 7, the reason being that he can bat and he's been done really well.
Now coming to the 3 bowlers, you've got Bhuvi, Chahal, Bumrah, and of course you've got Harshal.
Yeah.
So am I right in saying Bumrah and Harshal to finish, Bhuvi more overs in the power play, get the swing in, get wickets?
Absolutely. So Bumrah and Bhuvi to start and Bumrah and Harshal to finish. And in between, Chahal for me is very valuable. If India has to do well, Chahal should have a very good tournament. Because it's between 6 and 15, the teams that have taken wickets are the ones who are successful teams. Because up front, everybody gets 2, and at the end, everybody gets. But if you can't take wickets between 6 and 15, 16, then you'll struggle.
Now let me put you in a spot. I mean, first, we've had 2 games against Pakistan in the Asia Cup, it's 1-1. And we've also seen that the Rizwan Babar formula is now being sort of found out. Rizwan 50 ball 50 not working, Babar not really in form. Yes, they've got a great bowling side, but the batting, Khushdil Shah, Mohammad Nawaz came and did a fantastic thing against us. But Khushdil Shah, anybody, Fakhar Zaman not in form, the batting is fragile. So how do you look at the India-Pakistan matchup?
The very important point you make that the bowlers have actually done really well for India and Pakistan in the Asia Cup. It's the batters who were at fault. Even the Indian games, we were 15-20 run short in every game. Now when Bhuvi went for 17 in the 19th over, we can put it on Bhuvi. But he could turn around and say that we were 20 runs short. We shouldn't have been in this hole in the first place. So I look at it as the Pakistan batters versus the Indian bowlers, and I think the bigger grounds will have a more of an impact on this, because I think Aksar and Chahal will be very, very important in India's success, as will be Harshal, with the different types of slow balls. And I've spoken to people who've batted against Harshal, and I've asked him, a slow ball is a slow ball. What makes a difference? They say that he can bowl with the same arm speed, a ball at 141, a ball at 131, a ball at 121, a ball at 111, and a ball at 101. Nobody does that. Everybody else has something they give away when the pace comes down or when the pace goes up. Either the arch or the...
I'll get you on this specifically because it's a fantastic point, but my time's running out for this one. Rohit Sharma as captain.
Yeah.
Both of us know. You've played with Rahul Dravid, you know Rahul Dravid. Rohit Sharma, when he got that 500s, I remember told me in Bangalore that kya fayda, asli trophy to us dressing room mein tha. The fellow has the hunger for the
Of course. And he's a fantastic captain. I just don't feel he's in the form of his life, and we need him in the form of his life. He was in the World Cup, as you rightly said. And I couldn't imagine, it was his second 79 innings. So somebody who's playing in the top 3, you look at your friend David Warner, you look at the Shikhar Dhawan, the daddy players, they will get 250s every 6 in T20. So they give a little bit of your strike rate to get the average and the runs up, and there's always a give and take with the strike rate and the runs. So if the strike rate is 160, the runs and the average comes down. If the strike rate is 130, 135, then the average and the runs have to go up. But you can't have your strike rate come down and your runs and average also not go up. Then you're hurting the team.
So there you have it, Rohit Sharma as captain, but Rohit Sharma, the batter, also needs to fire. And if he does, we know what happens. We know World Cup 2015 in Australia, World Cup 2019 in England, what Rohit Sharma did. Fingers crossed for the Indian captain. Back with Joydeep Mukherjee. Plenty more on Rev Sports. Keep watching.